Alright, it's the Ask the Angry Ninja Show back again. New edition. Got glasses now. Apparently this ninja's gone blind. Uh it's week cajillion of the quarantine. Actually I go back to my real job. Go figure. People still need cars. I make cars for a living. I don't know why they need cars. They ain't going nowhere. You're sitting at home. What do you need a car for? Actually, that's part of the problem. People aren't staying home. They going places and doing stuff that might get them killed. I mean, that's the thing, drive, go to the store too much, drive, go to the beach too much. And now the cases are going back up. Everybody was worried about the second wave. Well, apparently we kept the first wave going. Go America. Actually, go the whole world. It's not just America. And apparently the White House's plan for this is, we're just not going to talk about it anymore. We're not going to have any more press conferences about it. We're not going to have daily updates. We're just not going to talk about it, pretend like it didn't happen. Although, obviously, they're concerned about themselves because Trump's starting his rallies again. And if you want to go to his rally, you have to sign a form saying you won't sue him if you get the corona. That's right, because it's not an issue. But if you come to my rally, you're not allowed to sue me when you catch it. Because ain't nobody allowed to wear a mask either. Go America. Alright. A lot of crazy stuff in America. Like this story. I'm probably reading it in its entirety. From the Associated Press. I read this story. And it made me so mad as a ninja. It should make everybody mad as a person. This story was so bad. It's just, hold on. Alright. Trenton, New Jersey. A judge who suggested that a woman seeking a restraining order could close your legs to prevent a sexual assault was removed from the bench Tuesday by the New Jersey Supreme Court and permanently barred from presiding over a courtroom. Let's just go over all the reasons why this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Close your legs. That's how you stop it, because, when it's rape, they give you a choice about what you do with your legs. Okay. The unanimous decision cited repeated and serious acts of misconduct by the state Superior Court Judge John Russo, who should get his ass beat, Jr. What is it with the guy's last name, got a junior name? Does that oddly make you a dick? Is that just like a thing? I've never met a junior that was a good person. Donald Trump Jr., John Russo Jr., Dick. I'm just saying. Chief Justice Stuart Ratner wrote that it would be inconceivable for Russo to preside over domestic violence or sexual assault matters after those comments. No shit? Really? Of course not. The justice had recommended last summer that Russo be removed from the bench, and a 3-judge advisory panel agreed in January. Russo had been on unpaid suspension while appealing those decisions. His attorney, Amelia Carroll, declined to comment Tuesday. She's like, I lost. I got nothing to say. How did he get a female lawyer to represent him? How'd she even take that case? And she's like, on the respect of all women everywhere, no. But no, she did. She's like, you're paying, hey. In court filings and at a hearing in December, Russo expressed remorse for his comments to the woman and for joking about the exchange with court personnel afterward. He's like, hey, guess what I said to this girl? Ass. He also argued that the Supreme Court's penalty is excessive because an advisory panel on the judicial conduct had last year recommended a 3-month unpaid suspension. Okay, all the members of that panel should be fired too, that they think after saying something like that, he only deserved to be suspended for 3 months. Because we're not talking about like somebody making a joke, on a podcast. We're talking about a dude in a courtroom said this to a girl testifying about being raped. The woman appeared before Russo in 2016 seeking a restraining order against a man she says sexually assaulted her. According to the transcript of the exchange, when the woman described her encounter with the man, Russo asked her, do you know how to stop somebody from having intercourse with you? When the woman answered yes and said one method would be to run away, Russo continued, close your legs, call the police. Did you do any of those things? Yeah, I'm sure she tried. That's why it's called rape and it's unwilling. Yeah. He also made joking comments to staffers about the exchange after the woman had left the courtroom, according to a report issued by the Judicial Conduct Committee. And I can't read. All right. Russo has contended that he was trying only to elicit more information and that he chose his words poorly and that he has acknowledged his mistake, that he is a complete insensitive dumbass. The report by the 3-judge panel noted 4 instances of misconduct. 4. Of course 4, because, people like this never just do it once. Including a matrimonial matter for which he did not recuse himself even though he knew someone involved. Because, it doesn't matter if you know him. You can be fair. No, you can't. Asshole. The instances didn't indicate dishonesty when taken separately, the panel found, but his testimony regarding 2 of the allegations lacked candor, fabricated after the fact explanation of events, and displayed a lack of theory and whether to asshole. Look, it's hard for women in the world, period. Okay? They don't get a fair shake. They get attacked. They get beat. They don't get fair pay. Everything about this situation is wrong. And they get humiliated when they get made fun of. And a woman goes through all that, comes to court and testifies, and you, as a judge, look at her and say, why didn't you close your legs? You know what? While your should-be's in prison, and I want you to try that one. When that dude comes up behind you in the shower, I want you to try to squeeze your butt cheeks real tight. That's what I want to happen to you. That way you can see how well it works. Squeeze them up. I promise you, they'll stop then. They'll be like, oh, my bad. You, Mr. Russo, deserve much worse than being kicked off. You deserve to be in prison. You made that choice to say that out loud, which makes me question every decision you ever made as a judge. You are a failure. You are a waste of space. You'll probably get promoted to Trump's cabinet, because that's the kind of stuff he does. I can't with you. You deserve an easy kick to the throat. That's what you deserve. You're not going to get it. You're going to get fired. You were a federal Supreme Court judge, so you probably already got some money back up in the bank, so you're already good. But all that should be taken away from you and given to her. Every penny. All of it. And then you should slip in some time in prison and try squeezing your butt cheeks real tight. And hope that they don't think you're cute. Or they find out that you were a judge. Because then it won't matter. You'll learn why closing your legs just doesn't work. Rape means by force. You don't seem to understand that. Why didn't you call the police? Because she was running for her life. Try to dial 911 while you're running for your life. It's not easy. You're scared. There's fear. Like when a ninja's chasing you to kick you in the throat. That's what you deserve. You deserve suffering and pain for what you did. It was wrong. You don't just deserve to lose your job. You deserve to be humiliated and put in prison for what you did to this woman. And for all the decisions I bet you made that were horrible, based on stuff like that. That's what you deserve. It won't happen. The world's not a fair place. But that's what should happen. Now, let's talk about Trump and the coronavirus and shady shit all around. Oh my God. I knew Bill Barr, picked by Trump, was going to be a bad decision for the world, not for Trump. Great decision for Trump. I have never seen a more sycophant on his balls motherfucker than Bill Barr. So Michael Flynn pled guilty twice. Was in the part of his sentencing, or sentence. It was over, right? Bill Barr's like, Michael Flynn is one of Trump's buddies. I'll take care of it. Moved to have the prosecution dismissed. The one that the Department of Justice filed and started and got guilty pleas for. Because it's Trump's buddy. That's what Bill Barr did. Also, in this week, Bill Barr ordered the army to clear out peaceful protesters. Not the police, the army. So Trump could take a picture in front of a church with the Bible. Peaceful protesters. Not doing anything wrong. First Amendment. Same thing I'm doing here. Like if they come here and start tear gassing me right now, that's about the equivalent. So maybe I should talk nicer. Probably not gonna happen, but I should. Yeah, that's A.G. Bill Barr. But the Michael Flynn. And the judicial system is so like, huh? They literally ordered a review to see if they're even going to allow them to do it. I didn't know they could do that. That's awesome. So even though they did something stupid, hopefully the judge will be like, you can't, we're still going to sentence him because he pled guilty twice. Like, he got a deal. So that's what we got to deal with. And yeah, peaceful protesters. Now, a lot of riots and stuff. You know what? If you're not going to protest peacefully, and you're going to start looting, and you're going to start rioting, yes, the police are going to show up, and there should be a little more restraint on their part, but you're going to get tear gas and stuff, and that's going to happen, and I can't complain about that, because that's the world we live in. But the peaceful ones, holy shit, leave them alone. Especially the Trump take a picture in front of a church. It's the only time Trump's been in church his entire life, and I'm surprised God didn't strike him dead right there with a lightning strike to his, well, I would say his balls, but Lord knows he doesn't really have any. Let's just, yeah. And I love the reporter when he's holding up the Bible, says, so is that your Bible? And Trump's answer, because I guess because he was holding the Bible for church, just felt like he should be honest for a second. Well, it's a Bible. Trump doesn't own a Bible. Trump's never opened a Bible. Let's just be real. Nothing moral about Trump. Look, if you want to vote for Trump because you're pro-life, or you're worried about your guns, or all the other real policy reasons stuff he actually has stuck to, I won't argue with you. I swear, the next person that comes to tell me they're voting for Trump because he's the moral choice, I'm going to swift kick in the dick. Because he's not the moral choice. Not even close. That man has no morals. He will do anything to make money. He will do anything to get over anybody. He is a scam artist that happens to have some policies some people like. So I won't disagree with that. But moral choice, he has so many affairs on his wives. He's on his third wife. His current wife is a mail order bride. And while he was with her, he slept with a porn star. I mean, come on. It's not the moral choice at all. Stop that. Stop that lie. If you want to be a Christian conservative group and say you're supporting Trump because he's pro-life, okay. If you ever say, well, he's a good moral choice. No. Just, no, don't be that stupid. Please, don't. And Biden, just stop talking. Period. I get it. You're old. Your reaction times are slow. You have a stuttering problem. And I won't make fun of your stuttering problem because that's a disability. But stop talking. You would do better to sit in your basement and do controlled interviews that you edited before you sent out. That way you can edit out all the bad stuff and stay there. Your best chance of winning is to let Trump keep doing the dumb stuff he's doing and angering people and getting up, and then you'll win. Trump also passed legislation, or repealed legislation this week protecting the LGBT community from discrimination for medical care. Your hospitals and doctors are now to refuse to serve transgender people because they're transgendered. Because it might be against their moral choice. So if you're transgender, you go to the hospital and they decide they don't like you because you're transgender, they can't do anything for you. That's what he did today. The looting and the riots and the protests all started because of a really racist, let's just be realistic, we all seen the information, cop killed a man, George Floyd. And you can sit here and tell me, well, George Floyd was a bad person, and George Floyd was this, George Floyd was that. And maybe he was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know George Floyd. I know what George Floyd did was possibly, allegedly, because not going to be a trial on this one, pass off a fake $20 bill. And for that, a cop stood on his neck with his, or put a knee on his neck for 8 minutes while he begged for his life after he was cuffed. That's what happened. Watch the video if you want to. I don't recommend it. It's not good. Listening to this man beg for his life fast for his mother. I know this one isn't funny, guys, but this is it. This is where we're at. After he was cuffed for 8 minutes. Why? He was restrained. Why were you still on him? Because you wanted to hurt him. Maybe you didn't want to kill him. Lord knows it didn't work out for you. You're in jail now. And you're probably going to be in prison for the rest of your life. And your wife's divorcing you. Which is only the beginning of the bad things that are going to happen to you. You get into prison, it's going to be even worse. But you deserve it. Because what you did. But why? And if this is just a single incident, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. But at the same time, a dude jogging. Wasn't doing anything. Was going for a run. Gets shot by a former cop. Why? Because he's racist. Listen, all it was. He saw a black guy and just assumed he did something wrong. Black guys, just because black did something wrong? Really? Or Louisville. This one, of all the ones, might make me the most angry because none of them deserve to die. Nothing changes that. But at least George Floyd was being arrested, right? Breonna Taylor, EMT, living in Louisville, made the mistake of dating at one point a bad person. No longer dating said person, is now her ex. And a new boyfriend. They're both asleep in their apartment. Cops do what is called a no-knock warrant, which not good, especially 2 o'clock in the morning. Busted in her door to search for the ex-boyfriend. So they had a warrant. No. Don't announce himself, bust in, guns out. Now at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't give a fuck who you are. What are you gonna do? Especially if you're a gun owner protecting your house. You're gonna jump up with your gun. So that's what her new boyfriend did. He jumped up with his licensed gun and saw people busting in his house, started shooting. All the cops started firing back. Miranda was in her bed asleep. She didn't even wake up. That's a good sleeper right there. And now she'll never wake up again. 8 bullets went through her. Here's the part that's really messed up about the whole thing. The person they were searching for was already in custody. Been caught hours before. Nobody told them. The warrant they were executing to search for a person was already in jail. And that's the country we live in. But it was a black man, so they didn't check. Why? Racism is real. Something we have to fight every day. That is the world we live in now. And rather than try to bring us together, Trump sees division as a good thing. Because he thinks he's going to rally up his supporters. And he's going to make them come vote for him. Well, he's messed up. Because it is rallying voters. But it's rallying more voters on this side than his. And we're going to come. And we're going to vote. And we may not win every state. Matter of fact, there's some states that we'll probably never win. I live in one of them. But I'm going to try. And we're going to come get you out. Because that's what needs to be done. We don't need a leader whose goal is to divide. You've done some things I don't like his policies. You've done some things I do like his policies. But as a leader, you have failed on every single level. Every level. Period. Trump, you don't deserve to be president. You never deserved it. You didn't know what you're doing. And it's cost this country more than we'll ever know, I'm sure. You've set us back more than we'll probably ever know. And the only thing you had to hold to brag about was how great the economy is. Well, now that's set back. Worst economy since the Great Depression. And it's partly your fault and your poor decisions. Some of it was unavoidable. But a new study came out and said we were actually already working on a recession before Corona even started back in February. So, what you gotta say about that? Oh, nothing, because you won't even talk about it. Any reporter has the nerve to ask you a question, you just tell them that they're a bad reporter or fake news. But they're not fake news. No president has told more lies than you. Trump, you're the fake news. And just to top it off, one just absolutely ridiculous Buffalo police 75-year-old white man, white, yay, at least he was white this time, right? Yay. Walks up to them. Now, maybe he shouldn't have walked up to him, but he was walking and talking. He was not aggressive. He was talking. And they shoved him down. So hard he bounced the back of his head. Busted open, blood pouring out of his back of his head, blood pouring out of his ear. Now, you can argue procedure. The cop walked over him and called for a medic. That's the procedure. I'm actually going to leave that one alone. Trump had the nerve to tweet that he thinks that guy's part of anti-NAFTA, and it was a setup, and he thinks he threw himself back. Because that's what everybody does. They throw. That's what Trump tweeted. And oh yeah, anti-NAFTA, NIFTA, whatever you say it, I really don't know. I messed up all the time, and I apologize for that. Stands for anti-fascism. It may have been hijacked, and now these people are more aggressive than they should, but the main point of their message is anti-fascism. Fascism is bad. Trump's literally running ads now saying he's against anti-NAFTA. So basically saying he's pro-fascism. Everybody needs to keep that in mind. Trump's new campaign slogan is pro-fascism. Woohoo! Come on, Trump. Maybe you should do a little research before you start posting stuff, or get some of your campaigning, because you may not like the way anti-NAFTA handles it, but their goal is actually anti-fascism, which is something you say you're against. Also, you said you're against socialism, but here you are sending out $1,200 checks to everybody, with nothing more socialism than that. So maybe you should actually figure out what you stand for besides hookers, or maybe you just stand by for hookers. Actually, that's probably just what it is. You like a little Stormy and mail order brides and hookers that you don't pay because you just filed bankruptcy. All right, guys. More positive note. Let's see. Do I have any positive? I don't really have that many positive notes. I've been trying to write a bunch of jokes about unemployment, but unfortunately, they just don't work. Gotta throw in the bad joke. Guys, everybody just get along, man. All right? You don't have to like everybody. You have to respect them. I may get on here and say a whole bunch of stuff about ninja kicking people in the throat and being angry. Hey, it's what I do, but I'm not actually going to attack anybody. You know what I'm saying? Talking, letting it off steam's one thing, but you gotta have respect for people unless they give you a reason not to respect them. The color of the skin, it's not a reason. I tell them to close their legs to avoid rape. That's a reason. Being a Cheeto isn't a reason. Being a horrible president, that's a reason. So, anybody listening to the show, I want you to know, I'm not going to ask you to like everybody, because sometimes people are jerks, but respect them until they give you a real reason not to. And then the world will be a much better place. That's it. That's the Ask Angry show for this week. Hopefully we'll be doing some more real soon. I got a new recording set up, new view in the back. Check out my new gauntlet. Isn't that awesome? All right, guys. Catch you on the flip side.